Hi there everybody, Bald&Curious here. So I was watching a gear runner video about his Zev 320. I think his is, it might be Xcarry. He says that his fits a 15 round magazine. This is a, well, 17/10 round magazine. And you can see it fits flush. And he stopped carrying his because of all the gossip about the guns going off and whatnot. So I want to kind of address that. I addressed it in my X5 video, and X5 shorts, where I was beating on it with a hammer. I got accused not beating hard enough. Doesn't matter. What I'm trying to get to is why have a gun if you don't trust it? Okay. I mean, yeah, okay. You worry about it going off. You can redesign it as a home defense, but it doesn't matter. If it goes by itself, it can go by itself in the drawer, right? So why have a gun if you don't trust it? So instead of that, I never really tested this Zev. I've been carrying it. Truth to be told, about 80% of the time, the chamber's empty because it sits in a truck. I really don't see a reason have a one in the chamber, one is bouncing in the truck. Not that it's gonna go off, but I really have to reach into a console, get the gun out. So I think another half a second for me racking the slide is not gonna really make that much of a difference. Plus, I choose to do that because where I live. When I carry the gun, when it's on me, I got a one in the chamber, I carry appendix. I really don't have any doubts about this gun. So I upgraded the new Holosun EPS sight, the enclosed sight. I really like that. Although the mounting it was a little bit funky. I had to bring it to gunsmith, I had to do a little work, but it's fine. So let's talk about the gun itself. What Zev does is basically they machine the slide, they put a nice lightning cuts, they put nice dimples in a barrel. I'm guessing for the cooling. To be honest, I would actually prefer, and I might do it, I might talk to somebody right here where these ports are, maybe drill actual ports into the barrel, see what that does. Now the gun is milled directly for RMR. This sight comes with a adapter plate for RMR, from RMR to RMSC, so I was able to mount this, yet still retain the backup iron sights. I mean, they're kind of low, but yes, you can see them. Only thing I added was a thumb rest. I absolutely love that thing, and I was researching something like that for my Smith & Wesson MMP Metal 2.0 because I really like this thing. It's not just for pushing it down, but it's just the index point for your support hand. And I added TRL 7 sub. I also added this agency trigger with the dingus. Again, not that I don't have faith in a sick trigger, but I wanted additional safety, especially when holstering the gun. Okay, God forbid it'll snag on something. This just gives you a little bit more peace of mind. That's just for me. One thing I wish the Zev would do is do something with the stippling. Supposedly the older models that did stippling, but it wasn't that right. For price tag, I mean, you're paying. These guns come, I think, around $1,200. I would really like to see a little more aggressive, a little nicer grip module. For the money, I think the Zev should do it, or maybe get in bed with a Wilson Combat module and get their module and have a Zev logo engraved on it. That would be really nice. Other than that, this gun doesn't really shoot any different than regular 320 Xcarry. It just looks nicer. So you're really paying $400 or $500 more, but you're not really getting $400 or $500 in return. So Zev, maybe address it. But nevertheless, I really like the gun. So let's take a couple of shots, and then we're going to try to bang on it, see if we can make it to go off. Never mind. Practice ammo. That's another thing I like about this gun. It pretty much shoots anything. Light ammo, heavier ammo, lighter primers, heavier primers. You know, it's not as picky as Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson is good because it doesn't care about the primers, but you know, it needs a little more oomph in the ammo and quality bullets. So let's see, there was one mag through the gun, no issues. Let's load the chamber. I'm not gonna bother loading the mag. And I guess let's start with this. All right. And you can see the way I beat the 4x4. Might get in trouble from the club. And you can see the residue on the gun. I wasn't babying in it. Nothing really happened. Let's try, I don't know, I hit the side. So let's go this way. Alright, so I really don't see where in a regular day life would you have any kind of problems like this, banging the gun like that. And it's safe to say the gun doesn't go off unless you pull the trigger or unless you screw with a fire control unit. So again, I get back to the statement, why have a gun if you don't trust it, you know? It's like driving a car that you know it's gonna break down every 5 minutes. So yes, I did pay a premium for this gun. This gun wasn't sent to me. I paid for it because I like the way it looks. Yes, the guns are tools, and you can see I'm not afraid to bang the $1,200 gun around as well. But there's nothing wrong with tools being pretty, you know, or taking care of your tools so they last. So once again, I can highly recommend the 320. Yes, there have been incidents. Yes, there have been rumors. There have been a million other things. But considering the amount of guns SIG had sold and everything else, it's negligent. If you do a little research, Glock got sued with the BS. Smith & Wesson got sued with the BS. Everybody came up with something, and I guarantee most of the claims, it's somebody doing something with the gun. This FCU, other than me swapping the trigger, is 100% stock. Claiming that the SIG has the best trigger, yeah, I wouldn't go as far. I mean, this is not a bad trigger. It's nice reset. Trigger pull didn't really change from the stock trigger going to agency arms. Everything stayed the same. It's got a nice tactile reset, decent trigger, but it's nothing like Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 metal. It's nothing like PPQ. It's nothing like Canik. It's definitely nice. My competition X5's got a little nicer trigger with the aftermarket trigger I put in, but other than that, you know, it's good enough. Let's put it that way. At some point, the trigger is good enough. Having a super slick trigger in a package this size, when it's either duty gun or a CCW, you know, or home defense gun, trigger like this is good enough. This is something that I'm confident taking a headshot at 50 yards. If somebody has a gun to my maybe not to my wife's, but to my kid's head, I would definitely take a shot without hesitation. I might swap this optic, go back to 3 MOA, because I noticed, and that's just brings it back to 3 MOA versus 6 MOA. I prefer the 3 MOA because of it's just a little smaller, crisper dot, and it shows, especially when I'm trying to take a hit at 100 yards, that 6 MOA pretty much covers the entire target. With the 3 MOA, it's literally half the size. So, you know, yes, I can take it, dim this down, but it's not the same. It's not gonna really make it smaller. So it's just my personal preference. Take it for what it's worth. So this is again my most of the time EDC in a works holster. People hate these plastic clips. I don't really mind them, to be honest. With the claw and everything, this makes a really nice package. And in a free state, 70 rounds of Fury. Unfortunately, this is only 10 in this state. In New York, it's an excellent gun. Whether it's a ZEV edition or standard 320 Xcarry, you can't go wrong. If you like this kind of videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have fun. Keep shooting. Keep shooting your carry gun.